Welcome back to another episode of the MU Preview. I'm Daria and Deluccia. Today we're in the women's locker room and I'm with senior forward Abigail Martin, while my co-host Elijah Phillips is in the men's locker room with Ed Waite. These two athletes both just hit their 1,000th point for the Hawks. Alright, so in the game against Central Connecticut, you became the 16th woman in Monmouth history to hit your 1,000th point. What was that moment like for you?
It was great. I didn't know I was that close. My teammates let me know, and Alicia kept reminding me, like, you're close, score, and so when I hit it, it was like a great feeling because it's something that a lot of people don't get to do. So it was a great feeling that I get to leave my mark at Monmouth.
Yeah, definitely. Now, with your senior day coming up this Saturday, how are you and the rest of the seniors preparing for such a meaningful game?
Well, I think the only thing we can do is play our heart out, and that's going to be one of our last home games here at Monmouth and playing in front of our crowd. And it's a bittersweet moment, but I know that we're ready for it, and we're just going to play our heart out that day.
So what are your plans following this season on the Hawks?
Just trying to get a job. I have an internship opportunity lined up for me afterwards, so I'm trying to, hopefully that turns into a job opportunity for me. So just going to go out there and try to network and see what kind of place I can work at.
Mm-hmm. Now, out of the past 4 years at Monmouth, what was your best memory or most meaningful moment?
My best memory, can I say two?
Yes.
Okay. I guess my first best memory is actually coming here and actually getting recruited. I think it's a high school girl's dream to play for a Division I school, and to come to Monmouth in such a family with I think it was 7 other girls at the same time. It was great, and scoring my 1,000th point. I mean, that's
pretty big.
That's a big moment. So I'm going to say that's a great memory.
Okay, and what are you going to miss most from playing on the Hawks after you graduate?
I guess the team. It feels like, it's like a family. You've been with these girls for 4 years, some of them for 4 years. My classmates I've been with for 4 years. I met new girls along the way, have made some great friends. So I think just the team in general is just going to be a hard thing to say goodbye to, but I think, yeah, that'll be the hardest thing for me to get rid of.
Well, after being such a big part of the team since freshman year, what would you say your experience was like compared from freshman year till now your senior year?
It's been a lot of changes. I mean, freshman year coming in here, it's the style and the skill of basketball is so much higher than it is from high school. So it's a lot of work. I mean, you have to be ready and focused to come in here and put in the work that you need to make an impact on the game. And from senior year now, I feel like I'm seasoned. I feel like I know what it's like. I go through the daily routine. I'm like, I'm used to it. It's became my life for 4 years. So it's gotten a lot easier from freshman to senior year.
All right, and thank you. And now this time on the Monmouth Minute, we're going to ask Abby and Ed some questions about each other. Considering they've been playing on the Hawks team for the past 4 years, you would think maybe they know something about each other. Okay, so first question. What shoe size do you think Ed is?
Ed, I know this because me and his girlfriend went to buy him sneakers. I believe he's a 13.
Jeez, okay. What was the craziest thing you've ever seen Ed do on the court?
Throw up. He's going to kill me. But in the game, I remember we were sitting in the stands, and Ed was like calling for a sub. He just come over to the side and just puked everywhere. Like, we were dying at throw up.
He's definitely going to kill you for that one. Okay, what is Ed's favorite pre-game meal?
I'm going to go with the regular pre-game meal. Maybe pasta and like grilled chicken. I don't know. That's what all athletes eat, I think.
Okay. What is Ed's favorite movie? Take a guess. Take a guess.
The Avengers.
Imagine you're right. Okay. Who's Ed's favorite player? Professional.
I think LeBron. Even though he should like Kobe, but LeBron.
Okay. And if you could see Ed playing any other sport instead of basketball, what would it be?
Definitely football.
Why?
He was, I believe he was like an all-state football player in Florida. Like, he got recruited heavily for football. Yeah. He's like really good at football. So.
Okay. All right, and now we're going to take it over to Elijah, who's in the men's locker room.
Today on the MU preview, we have senior forward Ed Waite. I'm Elijah Phillips, and we're going to get into some statistics and some highlights of Ed's career. Recently passed, you scored your 1,000th point against St. Francis, Brooklyn. What did that mean to you?
It meant the world to me because, you know, I did it here, and I just wanted to do it in front of my fans. I didn't really know I was that close to 1,000 until like about 6 or 7 games left in the season, and then I like did the math, and I only had to score like 7 or 8 points for the rest of the season in order to like get to 1,000. But luckily, I got it in like 3 games after that.
Right. Going into the game, since you knew that you were close to 1,000 points, what was your mindset at the time? If you got 1,000, you got it, or if not, just gonna play for the win. What was your mindset going in?
I really wasn't thinking about scoring 1,000. I was just being aggressive, and then my aggressiveness carried it over to the game. Just allowed me to score that much, and just being in the right spot at the right time, that allowed me to get the points that I needed to get to 1,000.
Right. Seeing that you've been on this team for a while, you look as a leader. What do you think your role is for your teammates and your coaches? What do you think your role is on your team?
Being the senior coaching staff now, they try to make the seniors the leaders. You know, everybody has to look up to you guys, look up to them. So I mean, I have to be the leader of the team. I don't know if I did a good job of doing that this year, but you know, I was the leader of the team.
And reflecting back to your freshman year, playing and starting, until your senior year, fast forwarding, what is the major differences between your freshman year and your senior year?
The coaching staff, you know, like I had a coaching staff that was like kind of like hands off, and then junior year, senior year, I had a coaching staff that was hands on, like, you know, more involved and stuff like that.
Okay. If you could pick any player from the NBA or players that you have grown up with, who would you say you tailor your game towards? Guard type. Yeah. Okay. And last question. Reflecting back on your whole career, what would you say your most memorable moment was?
Most memorable moment would be scoring 1,000 points. Like, it just was a whirlwind of fun, you know, to do it in front of my home fans. That really just made it just that much, like,
yeah, it came out and won.
Yeah, like, it was just a crazy moment for me. The only thing I regret is that I didn't take the second to like enjoy it. You know, I was just still focused into the game, so I just like went to the free throw line, even though they said if you score your 1,000 points, we're gonna stop the game and then they're gonna give you applause. But I just didn't take it. I wish I could have, you know, actually took the moment to like be inside of it. You know.
Right. At this point, we're going to go into a special edition of the Monmouth Minute. Instead of rushing through and asking crazy questions, we're going to ask some crazy questions about Abby Martin, who also scored 1,000 points on the women's team. So with Ed and her being a part of this team, their team for 4 years, we're going to see how much they know each other on and off the court. So try and answer these questions, but quick. What shoe size do you think Abby wears?
11, 12.
What's the craziest thing you ever seen her do in the court?
She played against, I think she played against LIU or Wagner. She had like 25, light 25 too. So.
Okay. What do you think her favorite pregame meal is?
Probably pasta. That's ridiculous.
Her favorite movie?
Probably The Notebook. All girls like that.
Who's her favorite basketball player?
Kobe.
Easy. And if she played another sport, what would it be?
That's
take that. She might be mad at that, but it's okay.
All right, now it's time to see how well they actually did know each other.
For the first question, I asked Ed, how big was Abby's sneaker size? And he said size 11.
That's
Right.
All right, Abby said 13.
On some days, my shoe size that I play with is 14, but my casual shoes are 13.
She's
Sounds
basically right.
right.
You're basically right. All right.
I asked Ed what was the craziest thing he ever seen you do. He said you dropped the easy 25.
All right, now the craziest thing I guess she ever saw you do on the court was throw up.
I had 20 though, so it don't matter.
All right, and then I asked Abby what is Ed's favorite pregame meal, and she said pasta and grilled chicken.
Yeah. Y'all must eat the same thing. He said pasta too. I asked what was Abby's favorite movie. He said The Notebook because it's every female's movie.
That is not everything.
That is not my favorite.
No way. Abby said The Avengers.
I've seen, technically no, but alright, I'll give it to her.
All right, and then I asked Abby who was Ed's favorite player, and she said LeBron, even though it should be Kobe.
He said your favorite player was Kobe. Last question was, if Abby wasn't playing basketball, what sport would she be playing? He said, honestly, he doesn't know.
And Abby said football. You're a pretty good football player before here.
So I would say Abby knows Ed.
Yeah. Abby, you win this round.
All right. Well, thank you for tuning in to another episode of MU Preview. It's Daria and Deluccia, and I'm Elijah Phillips, Ed Waite, and Abby Martin. Thank you. For more information on our teams, you can log on to gomuhawks.com.